Hi. Well, I had lots typed out underneath, but unfortunately it wouldn't upload. So this is my second go. So welcome. I'm Corolla. I'm a soul mender. And today I'm going to speak about different subjects. And today's one of our inner child subjects as well. So I'm just going to do Facebook Live as well. So do it all in one hit. Hi, this is Corolla. I'm going live. So, as I'm live on both channels, YouTube and Facebook, I will take questions on Facebook if you're on there. So, today I'm going to talk about our inner child journey, why truth seeking is so important, what we should do as truth seeking, how do we connect to everything that is basically, and how do we look, a nice frame. So how do we move forward with everything that's going on? So we're going to really have a look at a lot of things. So I just wanted a quick update where we're at basically. So that's where I'm going to go to. Oh, how pretty is that? Used to have a black and white one here. All right, back to normal. There you go. Had a few flakes. So first of all, I want to look at the health of our planet, what we're doing with it, where we're going, and stuff like that. So I'm going to use two different card decks. So I'm going to use the healing discs, which I usually use, where we are with everything on this earth, basically. So we got mirroring. There's a lot of energy that's getting mirrored. Okay, so it's quite interesting. So what that means is that a lot of us are mirroring situations that we don't need to actually mirror. So a lot of things that we mirror are like what's going on in the world. We look at situations and we talk about it, but some talk about it in a negative way and some talk about it in a positive way. So be careful with your words, because there's so much misinformation out there in the moment, so much that we need to really understand. And the eye of the heart is here. So the eye of the heart is a beautiful card because we're really doing deep inner work, which is really important. Then we have the new foundations, which are happening as we speak. So everything around us, see the darkness on this side, and then the rebuilding on this side, which is gold, money, and all that. So there's new foundation coming. And I guess with the foundation, we have to stop allowing evil, narcissism, things like that to attacking others, being trolls, posting other posts. Oh my God, how horrible that person is. We all have faults and we all make mistakes. Yet we are so easy to jump to conclusion when someone else makes a mistake, and instead of just saying, "Hey, look, I totally get it." That we all make mistakes, but we have to better ourselves in those mistakes. So, and if it hurts someone else, we have to stop doing that. So basically, and if we're attacking someone else that you don't even know, like on Facebook, we actually have to own that, because that's your reflection mirroring other people posting as well. Then we have the battle. The battle is finally over. You can see what that means basically. And the battle is finally over. So this is going to get taken out of the equation basically. I won't say what it is because I'll get banned, but you know what I'm talking about. So it's quite interesting times in the moment. So stay in your power. Believe in who you are. Believe that you are good enough and doing this lesson, but don't turn blind eye to corruption, because it should not be like that. So I'm going to talk about a few different subjects today. So first of all, my beautiful friend makes this by Lumerius. It's on her website, Lumerius. And this is a clearing spray. So you just go like that, and it clears the energy. It's a very beautiful, it's called Beyond the Mist Clearing Spray. So that's there. It's beautiful. So how awesome is that? Then I make clearing sprays as well. So this is a soul essence spray though. It's got crystals in. It's got about 10 drops in it, in this big bottle. Okay. And it's really beautiful. And it's got oil stabilizer in it as well, soluble, so it binds. So, yeah. But I want to do some inner child work today. I talk about inner child work. So there's so many different things that we need to learn on this earth plane. So inner child I've got this beautiful inner child workbook. So here we go. It's a workbook, and then the cards, what they mean as well. It is it's an older, it's been printed quite a while ago. So it's called the Fairy Tale Tarot, and it's by Isha Lerner and Mark Lerner. So if you want to have a closer look. So inner child work is, I think every work that we do is important, whether it's inner child work, whether it's your soul essence journey, opening up your heart, understanding where you're going, understanding the quantum knowledge that certain things are just as is, like the truth just is, yet we can so easily go off what the truth actually is. So it's quite interesting. So to understand that a lot of people stay in your truth, be the truth, and do, but the truth just is. It is how you believe you heard it, or how you make up your mind whether it is a truth. So I believe if you hear something, make sure you research it. If you're going to gossip about someone, make sure you got the story right, because for once it's none of your business what someone else does. But what I'm saying is there's so much misinformation, which is not the truth. Like people post that this person died, and that's not even true. So that's misinformation of truth. So it's up to you actually to research it and believe what you want to believe. I'm not here to change your mind on what your belief system is. I just like a better human race, more peace on earth, people being kinder to each other. There's just so much attacking going on in the moment. Everything is collapsing around us. Just remember, everything has an ending and a beginning, and an ending, no matter what. All right. The inner child, what is the soul essence for everyone that they need to know right now about their inner child? Where are we at with it, basically? Oh, it's how beautiful. So the Ace of the Crystal. Have a look at that. How beautiful. It's pretty awesome, eh? So what that means is an ace is a very strong card. So it's showing us it's got a crystal on top of there. So it's nice to see that the crystals that are actually they're using in this deck, and the rainbow colors is balance. Then we have the Four of Swords. So there's something hidden that needs working, whether it's the earth or us. So there's still hidden things in us that for us it's working. We are ascending every day. So because time, like they say there's no time in the universe, but we're ascending day by day. We're becoming a different version of ourselves. So, and when there's things hidden, it will come to the surface, and then we have to work through it and understand it, basically. So the Eight of Wands is here. Okay, my pretty card, if you want to see closer. So the Eight of Wands is getting together, not getting attacked, stopping the attacks. There's a wise owl on top of here and a butterfly. So it's getting out of your cocoon, rebirthing your inner child. Just start being a happier you, being a happier person, and really stepping back in your power. Then we have the beautiful, it's called Cinderella. So we do have a Cinderella syndrome sometimes, where we only see things through rosy glass eyes, where we see only the good, or the illusion of things and stuff like that. So it's a really good one to work through, especially the illusions of what we see, actually. And then the last card is the Guardian of the Crystal, which I find quite beautiful. So the Guardian of the Crystal. So it's taking the world's power has gone astray. It's crumbling. So say Mother Earth is the inner child in this. She's taken her power back with this because she's holding the earth here. There's a lot of healing going to be done. Okay. Crystals are beautiful too for vibrational healing. Right. The moon shines things on ourselves, okay, and shows you the illusion of things and the Cinderella syndrome, basically. Also is what is hidden in the moon, because as we know, there's a story that the moon was created and it's not real. So, but I don't want to talk. It's up to you what you believe on there. But I still find the moon beautiful, so doesn't matter. And really work on the hidden agendas that are hidden from us. So as a Mother Earth in a child, she's doing that in a moment because everything is crashing around us. So we're going to have, I'm not a financial advisor, but I believe some of the markets are going to crash, and it comes up in my readings. So, but I can do a reading on it in a minute. So, and I feel that the more work we do on ourselves to ascend, the easier the process is. So I'm a very balanced person in my energy. So I always rebalance my energy. Even if I get unbalanced sometimes, I got to step back and balance with it. So it's quite beautiful. So now I'm going to just do, I'm going to talk about the Skinwalker farm later, but why is there so much disinformation out there? Why is there so many truthers attacking each other? This is a really big question. So I got the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel the livelihood of a lot of truthers will be taken away on the channels that we use. I actually don't have a donation channel, so to me, I couldn't give a shit, right? But what I'm just saying is we need to create different ways of creating income, because that's the work card. So what I'm saying is just be aware of that, that sometimes channels get taken down because they grew too big. The beautiful side, I've got the Sun card here. Do you know what the beautiful thing is about everyone is the new creation, that they create another way of making money and finding new ways of doing the channels and stuff like that. I find that quite beautiful, actually. So, and it's like stepping into a new world. Sometimes it's needed even for us who search more on the truth and do readings to walk through a new world and see how beautiful everything is. The big thing is we can't go back into depression, into darkness. That's coming here with stepping out in the world. And we can't stay in fear. We actually have to do the work to be very strong, not to step into fear and into believing that we should always be down and out, because we're not. We're unique, beautiful human beings. And look at the beautiful rainbow on this. Like, this is a page card, and it's a page of pentacles. So it's rising up from everything. The new energy is charging in. It's quite good. You will still have people telling sort of crap, when they tell stories that aren't true. It's to cause separation. But this is a 10 of Cups, so there's an ending coming. So and there's a lot of paperwork here as well. So, which when the 3 of Swords comes in, it comes like, how do I sort this out? Where do I go from next? I'm grounding myself in energy. I'm going to be the best version of myself. I'm not going to take other things personally. There's a Death card here. So there's an ending coming to a platform that we're actually using. Maybe I'll get reborn. I'm not sure. I've got the High Priestess with it. So, and it will stress a lot of people out. Well, it seems stressful, but is it really? And then we just step back into our power, basically. So people need to stop fighting among each other, and, don't spread rumors, don't spread hate, and be a kind of person. That's all that's basically asked for us. So, I've got messages over here. How nice. Hang on, let me read them. Bring them on camera. Yeah, I can put the phone down in a minute. There you go. So the next question I'm going to ask is, bringing cards on camera is really hard sometimes because my phone flops down, especially on Facebook. So, but I'll see what I can do. You can't see them properly anyway. So I'm going to see the situation. Where is the earth energy and frequency going at the moment? So I would say we're in August, so September, October, especially October, are really big months in the moment. So it's going to be quite interesting. So the card says the Wizard of Awareness. Okay, so the Wizard of Awareness. So be aware of your surroundings, be aware of what's going around. Then we come into a deep freeze. So there's like a standstill energy, which I'm feeling already. And then this is the ring of the circus. So it's a funny kind of card, because it feels like I live in a circus half the time with what's going on around the world. And then we're going to step into the unknown. Okay, so we need to trust our journey, because it's unknown to us, which is quite interesting. So what I mean by that is stepping into a journey of the unknown is it's like a fool's journey where you don't know where you're going, basically. How you see the journey is sometimes better not to think about, just allow the journey. What's next to the journey is healing the ouch. So a lot of people that have got affected by certain things, we need to heal the ouch. We need to be compassionate and loving and kind. A lot of people stay in solitude. It's like the hermit kind of card, basically. So the solitude is to find oneself and make it stronger, but don't lock yourself away forever. And then the talisman is protection. So I always believe you protect your energy in everything you do. use this clearing sprays. I use a lot of tea tree on my shoulder blades because I do remote viewing. So that way, certain entities don't like that smell. So and it's a very protective oil, especially here in Australia. So just letting it out there. We're going to hit rock bottom. So that's how it's going to feel. That's how you're going to think it's going to feel. But what's really rock bottom? It's the end of a cycle and the beginning of movement. There's the movement card. So once everything crashes, it's like a tower card, rock bottom, and then the movement starts happening, the rebuilding, the people loving themselves again, people it's like cleansing the house, cleansing the corruption, and everything moves forward basically. And that's where we're going to be at. And some people need to be rescued emotionally. They need a lot of help. So that's why I always say be kind to each other, because you don't know someone's story unless you're in their shoes, okay? The mountain is like a little obstacle. So it's the earth, the mountain, because that's how they're going to feel with the rescue. It feels like they have a mountain to climb to get back to a certain stage. But if you just in the stillness of it all and allow it and not fear it, you won't feel these things with change. And then we ride the wave. We ride it out like a wave. My saying is always flow with life and life will flow with you. So that's my reading on what's going on in the earth plane as we speak. Quite interesting. So I hope you enjoyed that. Now I want to talk about different energies on this earth plane. Okay, so we have I like watching the Skinwalker Ranch because over there in that countryside, there's so many different effects of what's going on. It's quite exciting. As I did a reading on it a while back, so I believe that a spaceship is actually crashed on there, but they also have wormholes and things. But to me, it feels like when I was sort of viewing it, it was more like, sorry, it's not looking at the red tablecloth, eh? It looked like when I saw the wormholes. So I believe there's a big energy that's like when you have a magnetic field above and it sucks up things and it does things. It's like when you have a magnet, right? And this one's actually got crystals, little ones attached for it for some reason. You go like that, right? But it pulls them all up, stones and rocks, because there's a lot of black rocks on that land of what I can see. So is it getting us ready to exposure to UFOs? Who knows? Okay, so I'm going to do a quick reading on it, but I'm going to use my star cards. Hang on, I'll just go and grab them. So I'm going to use these, okay? And then ask the cards. So we have a lot of native that in that said that the land was very cursed. But there's a lot of happenings around that land as well to other farmers, which is not spoken of very often either. So are we going to expose the energy field, which many call a dark energy? I just call it energy. You just need to balance energy. So what's really going on there? Is it a landing pad for UFOs with the wormholes? How we go to that one first? The Seven of Wands. So with the star card, this looks very sacred. It has this power. It's quite interesting. If you have a look at the card, right? So I'm going to put this down. So if you have a look at this card, it's actually no, it's not going to work. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So the Seven of Wands actually are a path. It has a lot of energy because you see up here the line is around it with all the energy that it has, and it's sometimes it's more activated than other times. Okay, it's aligned to a solar system from not this earth plane as well. That's what I feel. That's what I remote view on. We have the Six of Swords here, and it affects animals as well because we've got the fish here, right? There's no water around there as far as I know, but there could be water underneath the land. There's mountain ranges, okay? And the Six of Swords is like, it can bring very stabbing energy, sometimes very confusing energy. So I feel when I look at it is trying to find the right words for it. I feel it's an energy that is it changes. So if your body frequency runs on certain megahertz, but these megahertz go up really high on that land, and then humans, and it has this, I feel there's a noise in there as well, like a frequency noise, and then people get very nauseous, and it affects the animals and stuff like that. So there's a lot of hidden stuff on that land and what the people actually hide from us. So or even when it comes to governments, so there's a lot of hidden things that haven't come out yet, basically. Okay, we've got the Hierophant. So if you have a look at this, say the Native Americans that used to go onto the land, because they always called it cursed, because weird things always happen there. So they actually stay away from it. So what is under the land and what's above the land, what's below and above, has a lot to do with it. So basically with a Hierophant. So, and see how it's got a cow in here? It affects the cows. Sometimes they run off. They get scattered. It used to have bears on it. I'm not sure if it still does, but the birds don't like the area. They get, I feel when birds fly there, they lose their direction, basically. I think the energy, it's very magnetic kind of energy, if that makes sense. The Eight of Cups. So there's a lot of changes happening for the better on the land. If you can see the rainbow, there's a lot of clearing that already happened, a lot of exposure. Is the land still holding darker energy or curses, I should say? We've got the Empress. It's a birthing energy, because the Empress is about birth. So it's getting rebirthed, rebalanced. I got the Ten of Swords, so something is coming definitely to an end. It's very exhausting mentally, the energy there. And then the Star. So the Star people, is one of their ways to go back and forwards to them. So this is really interesting, because when a star beam comes down and to that energy, there's a lot of them that are actually trying to clear it, which is quite interesting. So and there's a gateway for the star system to come in. We've got the Eight of Swords. So the land's been fought over many, many times, had many wars on it and stuff like that. So just be aware of it. Okay, so it's quite interesting. And it has an eagle flying over. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. and eventually it will be much calmer, and spaceship will just come and go more peacefully. You remember what's above is below, what's below is above. They always have that saying. Yes. So that's on the Skinwalker Ranch. It's quite interesting. Then I wanted to check the wormholes because it has dimensions and wormholes there, but the wormholes are different than the dimensions that are on in the area. So it's quite interesting. So the wormholes, what galaxy do they open from actually? This is an interesting one. The Three of Cups. They used to collect stuff to celebrate stuff with. Okay. From the work, they need stuff from there. I've got the three hearts. The sword, three is stabbing. It was a very stabbing in the heart. And the Chariot. So they used to ride in there. So it was help yourself kind of stuff, basically. I'm just going to say, because I know a spaceship that crashed there belonged to the planet where the lions are. So what star beings, what's going on the Skinwalkers Ranch? So there's a heart porthole there. So it's something to do with the heart basically of the earth. That's why it's getting looked at. See the pink energy that has to come in. And it's got curiosity. So it has a lot of celestial assistance in the moment. There's a reflection and the truth card here. So of what was actually going on. Beautiful. Thank you. Then we have forgiveness. So to release the energy of the land is forgiveness, redemption, rebirthing it, regenerating it, basically. Then we have the guardians. So the guardians, the earth guardians. Then we've got guardians up in the star system as well. So something happened there a long time ago for that card to pull out. It's shielding and it's a warning. Then we have the higher perspective, the cosmos. How do we look at it as human beings? All right, because there's a lot of things we don't understand in our awakening. So the sacred porthole is there. So I'm going to pull one more card. So interesting. And then we have the inspirational creation. So there was a lot of creation at one stage going on there as well. What I mean by that, experiments. I feel, but tuning into that of what I'm seeing is they used to build things. I don't know if it's underground. I sort of get more dark underground kind of thing. I see all different kind of beings being under there at one stage. So there must be a tunnel there somewhere under the land and near the land. I see something going towards the hills up there. There was a lot of disagreements with races, basically, and I don't mean human races. I mean from the other planets, who wanted to control a lot of things, basically. So that's what I see and get as I moved into it. There's a lot more, but I won't go on about it. I just want to give some positive messages out now. So going into some beautiful messages for you. We're going to pull one of these beautiful cards. What do you need to know? Oh, we pulled a beautiful card. Turquoise and forget-me-not, balance. Like I always say, we need to be balanced. Everyone needs to be balanced. And I think it's really, really important that we actually balance our energy. I have, here in Australia, we have so many beautiful workers that work with energy, work with balancing energy, chakra balancing, aromatherapy. There's so much out there that we can choose now to actually rebalance ourselves and our energy. We have amazing readers here, channelers. Like Australia's quite amazing. We have a lot of gifted people here. So, and go to the one that you're drawn to, and that you can actually really be yourself with, so you can allow that energy. See, I always believe if you go and get an energy healing or a healer, do some healing work on yourself, you have to believe, because a lot of people get talked out of believing. So always believe it's going to work, and it's for your highest good as well. So that's how I look at it. So, and there's lovely, lovely, lovely healers out there. So we're very, very grateful that they're actually doing the work they're doing. So now I'm going to pull a galactic symbol. So we have wisdom. How beautiful. Step in your wisdom. Step into your knowing. And the message on the back actually says, reap and learn from what you have sown. There is a time to evaluate and review past actions, mistakes, judgment, and achievement. Understanding how you got here will help you plan your next move. You have grown wise through all the ups and downs and outs of life. Where you go from here is up to you. Decide who you want to be. How beautiful is that? So, the other thing is the energy of the crystal from the Pleiades is very strong in the moment and helping Earth to evolve as we evolve. So our lesson here is actually always to evolve, to understand that we are always a frequency. We are in, because the universe works on numbers and frequencies basically. So megahertz and stuff like that. So keep your frequencies high. I spoke about the rebirthing. There's actually a post on my Facebook that about the truth as well. The timelines, the vortexes, the central sun. There's so many changes coming. So stay strong, stay in your power, and allow the energy to flow through you. So these are from my oracle deck. So in case, and then the other one I find really important is your truth, your eyes, what you see with your eyes. Make sure it's not an illusion. Make sure you follow the truth, and allow the healing and the energy to really fulfill you, the megahertz you need. So, and because we don't want to be in a scattered, like a retrograde energy, not in our body. I think a lot of us are feeling like that in the moment. So the best advice to that is really rebalance who you are. Your DNA upgrades are very beautiful. Allow it to flow with ease and grace. So there's so many things going on, but as you know, we are going to crash. There's a lot of crashing going around. If you wonder, because the food gets so expensive and petrol and stuff like that, just remember one thing: there's a lot of cleansing going on, and that's how they're trying to keep our energies down, because we get angry when something goes up. Just remember that. Don't fall into that trap, okay? All right, reading. How long will this last before we're out of this mess? When can we rebuild? How's that sound? The Page of Pentacles. So it's not far away. We've got the Queen. She's in water in the moment. Okay, so there's a lot of healing work going on. So make sure you still drink a lot of water when she comes out, stepping in her power. It's a very feminine energy. This is the 10 of Wands. So if you have a look at it, it has beautiful on his head. So go with your gut feelings, trust, your third eye and stuff like that. The energy is going to come in very fast. So we're in the 8th month now, so it's already started. So this is an August card as well, with the energy is just going to come in really, really strong. So make sure you stay balanced. And another energy card is coming in very strong. So it started in July. There's a lot of talks going on behind the scene. I see. There's a lot of things that got overindulged in certain areas, political, and they just take. So this card shows us that this is coming to an end. So there's more fairness coming. It will turn our lives upside down because we're used to filling up, whether it's other people or the governments or something. We always fill everything up that we needed, but we need to learn that by everything getting turned upside down, that we do actually have enough, and that we are enough with a new energy. I feel by April, there's a lot of rebuilding being done, and people calm down about all the chaos that's going to come and go on, basically. It is a very big juggling act, so prepare yourself for that. And afterwards we sit very comfortably and there'll be enough for everyone. So I think the journey is just really stay balanced. Don't let the negativity affect you too much. Do your work with yourself. Stay on a more positive note. And if you know that you're sliding a little bit in negativity, use some oils or bring your energy back up, your vibration back up. And that, I think that's how we're going to get through this, by sticking together and really understanding one another and being kind to each other and really supporting each other through all this, because it is very new to everyone. And when you look at everything, it looks so crazy. The people look crazy that are in power and stuff like that. And you don't understand how did we get to this point where we have to collapse everything to rebuild, or they call it the Great Reset, whatever they want to call it. But it's not. It's just us growing, ascending into where we're meant to go. So as the earth ascends, we ascend. And it's a daily journey of ascending, basically. So I think I spoke about everything I wanted to speak about. There's other things I do, but in a moment there. All right, I'm going to ask one question. So I watched this show, and they reckon that reptilian came from dragonflies. Like, I'm talking long time ago, and I want to know if that's actually true, because it doesn't make much sense to me. But I'll ask the cards. Okay, so did reptilian race evolve from dragonfly? I know there's a contract there. So there's a contract. I don't know, I've got a pretty dark card here. So what I feel when I tune into this, I feel a long time ago, because that race has no emotions and heart, and because they wanted to someone to produce, is they tried to find things that they could use to basically produce and mix with other species to have young ones, basically. So I don't know. I don't think the dragonfly story makes much sense to me, but there were other deals signed. So, yeah. So all reptilians, dark energy. Well, they were the slayer of humanity sometimes. Substance, maybe where there's food, and then a new energy came in. The magician, the pentacles to fill up. So if you can see the pentacles, right? Trading. It turned a lot of things upside down. And then the clearing came. So when we have a look at dinosaur ages and stuff like that, I'm going back a long time here, is because they reckon that we had a dinosaur age, but did we really? So it goes back quite a long time. I do believe that we did have darker things on this earth, because we've just coming out of that darkness now. So because we're moving into Aquarius, so I think it's just evolving out of that basically, and just owning who we are. So with that said, yeah, so I hope that makes sense. Thank you for watching. I'm going to sign off now. So thank you everyone on Facebook, thank you everyone on YouTube for watching, and have a lovely day. Hang on, I'll just check the messages on YouTube. Oh, someone wants to know when they're going to meet their future boyfriend. Well, I don't do personal readings on YouTube. So if you want a reading, there's a link below. You can book in for a reading. Okay. So thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube. Bye-bye. So, yeah, I don't do personal readings, okay? So not on this stream. If you want to meet your boyfriend, your perfect prince, I do readings privately. It's underneath. I don't do them on this channel. So, okay. So with all that said, thank you for watching, though, and thank you for your question. And I do hope you meet your Prince Charming soon. But I talk about more openly about things that are going on around the world on this YouTube channel, okay? But I do live readings sometimes on Facebook, where I do readings like you one, okay? I do free readings on there sometimes. So you just have to keep an eye on it, okay? So with that said, bye-bye.